What's up, Boston? I hope everyone's feeling good. Let's give it up for the amazing stories we've heard here today. Truly amazing. So, my name is James Smugereski, and I interned with Union Capital Boston this semester. The second day of my internship, I was early. Me and my mentors were meeting with social venture partners in the Capital One Cafe near Harvard Square at 9 a.m. Now, judging that this was my first week at my internship and the second week in Boston, this seemed all unfamiliar to me. As I got off the 66 bus at Harvard Square at 8:15, I decided to walk around because I was so early. As time went on, I eventually went into the cafe to see if there was anyone in the community room where we were meeting, and I saw two people who I now know as Brian and Don. I didn't know this at the time, so I awkwardly left and walked around. I walked around the block a little bit. Now, after going back in 2 more times, making eye contact with both of them, and then leaving with a total of 3 times doing this, I decided, you know what? I'm going to confront these people. I don't care if these are people we were meeting with. To my surprise, these were the people we were meeting with. And I chatted briefly with them until my mentors arrived and we started the meeting. Now, looking back after meeting with these same people many more times throughout the semester, I wish I'd asked more questions and I got more out of my encounters with them. They have all these years of experience in the social sector and consulting, plus they have these large networks. I just felt I missed out on my opportunity to tap into their networks because I didn't form a meaningful relationship. After that day, I didn't want to repeat those same mistakes. One thing my mentor tasked me with this semester was conducting these one-on-one meetings with community members of Roxbury and Mattapan. These are basically meetings to share stories and learn about each other's interests, values, and resources. One of these meetings that I had that was quite memorable was my meeting with Soroya, a Roxbury resident and a member of Union Capital Boston, my internship placement. Now, we agreed to meet at the Dudley Cafe at 12 p.m., and if you know the Dudley Cafe, it's quite crowded at this time. So when we got there, there's only 2 seats open, and when I sat down facing the windows, it became apparent the glaring sunlight was going to be an issue. I could barely even see who I was talking to. It was quite difficult. But despite this, our conversation got off to a good start. I learned that she has spent most of her life in Boston, and that she loves Tupac, as do I. I also learned of her difficulties getting her 3 grandchildren to 3 different schools every week. As I got the hang of how these meetings are supposed to go, I started to ask questions like why she was so involved in her community and what changes she wanted to see in Roxbury. Towards the end of our conversation, after covering a wide range of topics, she ended up inviting me to her church. I'd actually been looking for one to go to this whole time in Boston, but I just didn't know anyone who went. I never expected to get something like this out of my conversation with Soroya, and for the past month or so, I've been going every Sunday to say hi and to meet more people there. The fact that I was welcomed and accepted at this black church as an outsider to Roxbury is something that I will not soon forget, and something that I will continue to reflect upon. If I'm in Boston this summer, I will surely go to see the now familiar faces of the 12th Baptist Church. It's hard to say that all of this would have happened if I didn't sit down with Soroya and talk for an hour and a half. While I am still exploring options for my career path, I know that wherever I work, whether it's a nonprofit, a social mission business, or the government, I will always strive to create meaningful relationships with my coworkers and also the people I'm trying to serve. Being a community-based nonprofit, interning at Union Capital Boston has shown me how powerful relationships are and what great value they have. So, as change makers moving forward, I urge everyone to continuously build relationships, though it may be hard sometimes, as I have come to regret the times when I didn't. Thank you.